Hello and welcome back to another video. Today here again on Forza Horizon 5 to try and make an Event Lab custom track with minimal props, focusing on the raceability of the route rather than just the looks as I have done previously. As for the route itself, it's actually based on a route Elf suggested a long time ago and that Lespool Obsession has previously made. It's a fast-flowing track similar in many ways to the route made by Flatty that I featured last week. So first of all, going into this, I just placed the checkpoints and put temporary destructible tyres next to them, just so that I know where they are, as in the editor you can only see 2 or 3 checkpoints at a time. These tyres will of course be removed later, because they do spin you out if you clip them, and they don't respawn if they're destructible things that you've placed, unfortunately. So after placing tyres and checkpoints, I went and tested the route as it is, just with checkpoints and those temporary tyres, to figure out where barriers are completely necessary, as I'm trying to minimise the number of them and only put them in places where they improve the racing, rather than just putting them everywhere. So I did find several places where it was easy to extend the exit of corners way too far, with just checkpoints, where I then needed to go and add some walling. One of them was the first 90-degree corner, one of them was the corner before the second 90 left, and then the second 90 left itself, and they all needed barriers so that you can't, well, go too far straight on if you miss your braking point, or extend too much on the exit, just to try and limit that a little bit. And the corner before the third 90 left needed a wall on the outside just to stop any huge crashes into the, well, forest, basically, if anyone went off, so that they didn't hit any trees, although it does act slightly as a ramp if you hit it badly, which is slightly unfortunate, but hopefully people won't be running wide there, because that isn't really where the line takes you around that corner. I have, however, been very careful that nothing sticks out, so where I have placed walls, if I've placed multiple walls for example, I'll put each one slightly behind the last, and place them mostly in completely straight lines, apart from offsetting them slightly, like I said, one slightly behind the other, so that you don't get sort of stuck on them, as you can do sometimes in Forza. If you clip something that slightly sticks out, even if it doesn't visually look like it sticks out, you can get caught on things along bits of walling, particularly stuff made in Event Lab. After placing these few walling sections to make sure the track was good for racing, I did add a few props, a couple of stands and things like that, just to make it feel more alive, and of course the obligatory T-Rexes. And as with all the other tracks I've built, I added quite a number of lights, making use of the new Hot Wheels coloured floodlights, so that the nighttime version has the same vibe as my previous route, but also making sure that these lights are not anywhere near the road, so that they don't affect racing even if you do run slightly wide in some parts of the track. Share codes for 5-lap blueprints of both day and night races will be up on screen if you want to give either of these a go. They are both set to anything goes, but I would recommend a car at the top of A-Class like this NSX I've been using. My best lap in A-Class on the daytime blueprint was a 122.380, so it'd be interesting to know how your times compare if you do have a go. So there we go, that is going to do it for a first look at my latest Event Lab creation here on Forza Horizon 5. As always, let me know what you think of this track and how I could improve any custom routes going forward, as well as letting me know what kind of thing you would like me to build next. If you have any blueprints you'd like me to try out that you've created in a future video, make sure to head over to my Discord, which is linked in the description, and post your routes in the custom track submission page. Any that are particularly good I will show in future Event Lab videos, a bit like this. But for now, for today's Event Lab video, that is going to be all, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back with the next video very soon.